once we hired Ideal Brides, it's been pretty nice because the influx of leads is nonstop. Hi, this is Bill, and I'm with the Sugar Barn in Lake Wales, Florida.
Can you describe the challenge or problem that you were experiencing before using Ideal Brides?
Yeah, when we first opened this venue, we were using what everybody had, which was the wedding wire and the knot, and trying to do some of our own advertising on Facebook. And we're not experts on Facebook. We thought we were pretty good at weddings. We weren't experts on internet and selling online. So we struggled getting a lot of tours set up that never showed up.
Mm.
And when they did, they didn't have the budget. So, once we hired Ideal Brides, it's been pretty nice because the influx of leads is nonstop. In fact, we haven't even instituted, the one of the third things that they do. I'm sure there's more that they do, but TikTok ads. And I know that we could use them, but right now we are fully booked out with tours pretty much every time slot that we don't have a wedding. So in our industry, 90% of the game is getting them to come to the barn. If you can get them to tour, you can sell your barn. If you can't get them here, you're not going to sell them. And whatever it is they're doing um, online, however it is they're doing it, it's sending tours to our door.
Nice. Appreciate that. I'm glad to hear, that you guys are so booked out with all of the tours. Of course, that's the goal. So you kind of just answered the next question, which was how did our service help solve that challenge or problem? Which was I guess basically the tours that we're sending you help solve the problem that you were dealing with, right?
Yeah, the tours that we're getting now actually are showing up. Most of the tours that we would get before from the other services, probably 80% of the time, would ghost us the day of the tour, not show up, not call, not answer calls. We're probably having about a 80% success rate, I would say, of tours actually showing up that are booked. So
Nice.
that's been nice because we come out here to meet them, and it's nice to actually have someone to meet. Where before it's very frustrating because we'd have 4 tours booked that week and 1 or 2 would show. Now we got 4 to 5 tours every day booked, and probably 3 to 4 of them are actually showing up.
That's
That's been
awesome.
nice.
That's awesome, man. That's so good to hear. Um, so, and again, if you already answered this question, then that's fine. But what specific aspect of our services have you appreciated the most, and why?
Hmm. I don't know if there's any one aspect. We thought we had a really good website until they took over and redid our website. Now things are really meshing well together, I would say. Just seeing the amount of quality leads come in has has been the one of the biggest thing, and I guess that's has to do more with the whole package. Doing the website together with the advertising makes everything like a well-oiled machine. Instead of
Mm.
advertising and then the leads having nowhere to go,
Mm.
we advertise now and the leads hit landing spots, and they hit spots, and then their lead generation system that we do basically does all the sales work for us right now. We don't We're going to do 120 weddings this year, and we don't have a salesperson. We have some computer system that they did that basically books the tours, and we meet people most of the time for the first time. We haven't even talked to them live yet, and they show up as if they've talked to us, and that's what we really like. Once they show up, we take over the process from there.
That's awesome, man. Thank you. Um, so yeah, can you share a particular instance or moment where our service made a significant difference? I think the biggest one would probably be, and I'll let you touch on this, but Wedding Wire.
Yeah, we were spending. I don't know what people around the country spend, but we were spending about 2,500 a month to be on the top. Or I'm sorry, we thought we were on the top. We were in the top 7, and that was a big output for a lot of leads not coming in. We're spending less than that now, and we're getting 5 times the leads. Uh, that's been the biggest and the nicest part. And with Wedding Wire, we would get their monthly little reports that they would send us and they kept trying to tell us, we're sending you all these leads. We're sending you all these leads. They were trying to tell me they sent a lead to my nephew. And it was only because my nephew's future bride used Wedding Wire, one of their services on there for sending invitations. So they assumed because they reached out and they wrote down they were doing their wedding at the Sugar Barn, they took credit for it. And that really drove me crazy that they're taking credit for weddings that they don't even send to us. So now we don't worry about it. We got rid of them. And well, it's kind of weird. We got rid of them, but we're still getting leads from them and we don't pay anything anymore because I guess, everybody's on there anyway.
Yeah.
So,
So it's
so
like,
that's been
it's the
nice.
best of
Yeah.
both worlds now. You got to
Yeah,
fire Wedding
yeah.
Wire, not pay them anymore, but you still get some leads from them.
That's right. We do get leads from there, and they see us in. What's good is they're now seeing us in multiple places. I don't know why Wedding Wire keeps non-payers on there. I guess it's because we're driving traffic to them, and I think that's what people have to realize that we're paying them to give them a business, when
Yeah.
in reality they're not giving us a return.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. Last question would just be, would you recommend our service to others? And if so, what would you say to them?
I would recommend their service to anyone not within 200 miles of us. But absolutely. No, and in all reality, if you want an easier life, it's going to give you an easier life on this stuff. It'll streamline it, and your efforts will be more rewarding with less effort.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for your time. That's it.
You're welcome.
If there's anything else you wanted to say, you can. But other than that, I mean, that's all. Those are only
Well,
questions.
I will say one thing about these guys. We did try 2 other services that were companies similar to what Andrew and Seth do. And I can tell you that once, we'd signed on and tried them for like 2 or 3 months, you'd call them, you wouldn't get a response. Andrew and Seth haven't, I don't think ever once not answered the phone or got right back to us within an hour. With their busy schedule. So that's been really nice. Is these guys are going to get back. I'm not just saying this. This is not a paid advertisement. These guys are going to get back with you with any issues and fix any problems because they care. What's the best part about these guys, which is the only reason I took their phone call to begin with, is because they own and run a venue. So they understand what we're going through. They're not a marketing. So many people claim to be experts in marketing. You got to know your industry to market it.